Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Parkitect Spotlight. Today we have the park sent in by Astrotron. This park is called Happy Town, although on the Steam Link Workshop it's called Happy Land. I've put a link down below to that park. Also, if you want to send in one of your parks to the Spotlight series, then go down below to the description box and click on my Discord link. There you can send me a message and a description of your park and I'll try and get it into the series. But I'm really excited to look around today in this park. It's the first one, so let's get straight into it. Here we go. So let's get to it. Astrotron, who has created this park, says, here you go, here is one of my biggest parks. This park has 3 zones, Happy Town, Galaxy Zone and Frontier Village. There are some rides and areas not quite finished. I was able to build this park with money and it was a lot of fun. Happy Land is inspired by Nuka World from Fallout 4. I like the idea of having the lands in their own walled areas. Each land has a coaster and a handful of flat rides. Hope you enjoy the details I put into this park. So I'm not familiar with Fallout or the series of the game, but I know of it, so that'd be interesting. And he says it's not quite finished yet, so that's a shame. But he did try and build this with money, which is obviously a really hard thing to do, so this will be really exciting, so let's get into it. So here we have, obviously, I'm guessing this is the main entrance with the blue building. I don't like when parks have the vanilla in-game entrance and this is not covered up, but it looks kind of like a sandbox, but I guess it is sandbox. But this would be cool if it was covered, but I like that this has its own entrance inside anyway, so it makes up for it, I guess. This is quite nice. I like this is really cool with this monorail and this little support here, and he's done some of his own supports. Oh no, that's warning around the pole. Let's have a look. It's got 1,737 guests. That's quite a lot, so my computer's gonna lag with that. Oh look, the Parkitect logo, that's cool. So here's the main entrance, okay. So here we have Happy Land, this is really cool. Lots of detail put into that, I really like this. This is really good. I'm going to pause it just so the computer doesn't struggle when I'm looking around. Oh, so here we have like a main street. Very colourful. I like this is cool. I like the carousel there underneath. And I like these custom like path signs or entrance kind of, well, whatever you call them. This is really cool. I like this one very much. This is a really nice idea with the using the arch pieces. I'm guessing that's been built using construction alchemy. Really cool. Okay, so here we're coming up to our first thrill ride here. A top scan, what's it called? Top scan. I like this a lot, this is really cool. I like the buildings all kind of tie into each other. It's a bit overboard here with all the balls on top of every pillar. It's something I do as well in my parks, but I tend just to keep it on the corners of buildings. But it's continued out throughout every building, so it kind of works as like a theme or a motif. And here we come to the first coaster. I love this sign here, this is really cool. I can tell that a lot of time has been put into making this billboard. Does it light up at night time? Of course it does. Yeah, that's really cool. I really love that. That's really a really cool thing. It's something you see quite often on big coasters. Is they have these big kind of signs on them, especially at the entrance of the ride. And it's something I don't see very often within Parkitect and in the parks. People do, they just kind of leave the entrances kind of empty. So I'm glad he's done this big kind of sign so you know what the ride is. And here's the entrance. Okay. So this is Hot Rod, Intamin launch coaster. Some custom supporting there. I always like to see a bit of custom supporting. By the looks of things, everything in this park is vanilla. There's no mods installed, I believe, which is cool. I'm guessing this area here is unfinished because compared to the other thrill rides that are in the park, this has not much theming going on or buildings or covers on the queue line. So I'm taking that is not quite finished. That's cool. He's even put the launch light there on the launch. That's something very common with these rides. I like the layout so far. I'm getting like an accelerator from Knott's Berry Farm kind of feel. Into the brakes, and I also like that he's included some catwalks here. Obviously, like I said, I think this is vanilla, so there's no catwalk mod installed, but this has been made using, I think that's from the hangar set. And some rails there. That's really cool. I like that you've done that. And obviously, as he's mentioned, each section of the park has a wall around it. It would have been nice to see this corner finished because I think the rest of the park looks really, really cool in this area. So we came in here, and so we can exit on both sides. We've got one exit there and one over here. Oh, this is cool. This looks like an old-fashioned cinema. Is there a ride inside? Of course there is, the 3D, 4D cinema. I had a feeling that the cinema was inside there because of how it looked like a cinema on the outside. That's really cool, and I like how it goes into like this kind of, this is like New York style, some buildings there with steps going down. And if that's the exit of the ride, that's really cool. I love how that comes out from underneath. It's a really good idea. It's been really well thought about. Let's just go into, oh, it's raining, that's why. I thought it was nighttime. So here we have an exit from this area. What was this area called again? This was just Happy Land, so I'm guessing this is just generic theming on that side. And here we're crossing the road. Again, I guess this is an unfinished monorail station. And we've got Frontier Village, so I'm guessing this is like a western kind of area which is inspired maybe by Frontierland at Disneyland. Let's see what this area has to offer. I like the buildings. These are really cool, western styled. It'd be nice if it was done more in like a Main Street style. At the moment they're quite dotted about. Okay, I guess this is an unfinished area because I can see that it's got ways to expand here. It's quite brown. I would break up the floor texture a little bit. Oh, this coaster. I've seen screenshots of this coaster on Discord before. It looks really cool. I love this. This is using the cylinders from the shapes, and that's really a good idea to do rock. This reminds me of the film Cars in Radiator Springs, and it's giving me like a Disney California kind of vibe. So it's really cool. That's a really cool idea. You've done it really well. It's a shame that the wooden coaster drop is the same steepness as the lift hill. It's a bit strange. But the coaster layout looks really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing these trains race. One slightly went over the hill before the other one there. So I have a feeling this train here is going to win. Oh, only just one. Okay, that was really cool. I find building racing coasters actually quite hard because I always feel like one side is always way ahead of the other side because of how you do turns and things. But that was done really well actually, and I like that you've done it on a diagonal. I think it's not often people do stuff on a diagonal, and you've done that really well, especially with the theming. The theme is great. I mean, I think you could maybe get rid of this brown texture on the floor and kind of do some trees around this area. Or you could do like a radiator springs from Disney kind of thing, and have like a rock wall maybe, and have the back of it kind of like with supports and stuff to hold up the wall that the people on this side of the park wouldn't see. I like these custom coaches, these are really nice as well. Been done really well. The theme is really cool, and I've seen this train before as well actually on the workshop. And it's really, I can see that a lot of time has gone into that, especially even like these bogey bits on the wheels. It's really well done. This toilet, it could be covered up. But it's so cool, I'm really impressed with this. This looks like it could be a nice area if it was continued on. That's really nice. It's a shame this area is not finished. I'd like to see it more complete. I guess if you have plans in the future for completing it, I'd love to see it again, see where the park's progressed. So I believe there's one other area of the park. I'm guessing it's across this way. So again, I guess it's another unfinished monorail station. Here we have Galaxy Zone. I love this. I love the space. And this is really cool. A really good use of the pieces, like the spheres and the rings. Really cool. Galaxy Zone, of course, has been made using the small squares from the shapes. And I think this is just really clever, how you've made this kind of like this space sign. I really dig that. It's really cool. Let's go in. So I'm getting like a space vibe straight away with the red and white. I'm guessing you kind of copied the color scheme over from the in-game space pieces maybe, I'm not sure. And of course we've got some Main Street style buildings here. Oh, this is cool, I like this. Obviously this is very kind of fantasy, it's not overly realistic. If you're going to go for realism, this is really like a fantasy. Reminds me of like an indoor theme park from Asia or something. Planet Swing. It's cool, I love the floor, how you've made that look like stars in space, really well done. And this is clever, how you put the rock inside of the sphere to make it look like Earth. That's genius, really well, that's really cool. I don't think I would have ever thought of doing that. So here we have a coaster, I believe this is a stand-up coaster. Not my favourite coaster type, I must say. I'm guessing this also needs to be finished. If I compare it to the other coasters, like the wooden one, there's not really much going on here, so I'm guessing this is also unfinished here in the corner. Let's just fast forward and watch the coaster go around a little bit. I mean, I think for the wooden coaster had a fantastic layout, I think, and also the launch coaster was quite realistic to real life launch coasters. This coaster for me isn't quite as realistic as the other coasters in the park in terms of the coaster type and its layout, but it's quite a nice layout regardless. Just these stand-up Togo coasters are very uncomfortable. I've only done one. I rode Skyride at Canada's Wonderland before it was removed, and it's really not very comfortable. I would not want to do a Cobra roll on a Togo stand-up. I've been on obviously the B&M stand-up coasters like Riddler's Revenge and Green Lantern, and they're a bit better. Yeah, cool, I like that. Just need some theming on that one. Again, I'd like to see that in the future when you finished it. So we have a log flume. What's the name of this log flume? Radioactive flume. I can kind of tell that from the colour scheme. This is looking really cool. This looks also like a work in progress, so that'd be cool to see when it's finished. Clock Tower, Skyfall, of course. Okay, and that's it for the Galaxy Zone. Just have a look at the car park here. So this car park's really nice. It's been really well done actually. It's really difficult to do. I find it difficult to do car parks because of the roads, the in and the out, and the bus stop. It gets really confusing sometimes when you're doing that. So I think I've seen everything. My favourite area of this whole park is the first zone, the Happy Land zone. I think this is the most finished area, and I can really see that you've put a lot of time and work into this. I think the coaster, you did some custom supports over here, but it would be nice to see more custom supports throughout the whole thing. But the park, this area in general, has been really well done. I really love it, especially the entrance kind of buildings you made. They're really cool, and everything ties in really nicely in this zone. The other two zones are really good. They're just not quite complete enough for me to be able to really judge them. But you got a really good start here. This is a really nice, cozy area here. I can see where you're going with it. It's really cool. Just needs to be all tied together a bit more. But I can't really say anything because it's not finished. And of course, the other zone, Galaxy Zone, is also coming together really well. Again, I can't really judge it too much. It's got a great, colourful fantasy feel to it. And I really look forward to seeing this if you plan on completing it. But thanks for sending it in. It's been a great pleasure to look around. I've enjoyed it, and if you want to see your park on my channel, then please go ahead to my Discord and send me it. It's been great fun, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.